Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kaylee. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on my channel today. I know I say I'm excited to film in every video, and it's true, I am excited to film in every video, but today I'm extra excited because I am showing you all of my favorite go-to products for everyday, oily skin, long wear, beautiful, everyday makeup. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm just going to be showing you guys my everyday makeup routine. This is what I do like 8 out of 10 days. There's not 10 days in a week. This is what I do like 5 out of 7 days a week. It's my favorite way to do my makeup. It's just beautiful, simple, everyday. It looks really put together, but I don't spend a ton of time doing my makeup. It takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to do my makeup like this. Long wearing, beautiful, simple, like, can I say elegant? Yeah, I'm super excited to show you guys this routine and these products. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love that. Go ahead and click the red button right down below. Go ahead and subscribe before you leave today. And if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure and give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. And if you guys are ready to see all of my go-to favorite products doing my everyday makeup routine, then please keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. I don't get to do this very often where I use all products that I love in a video. So since we haven't done this in a while, in the past I would start off with my NYX Angel Veil Primer, but I have not been using primer recently and I feel like my makeup looks just as good. So I'm not doing any primer. We're just gonna go right into foundation. And this is my all-time favorite Holy Grail foundation. This is the 24-Hour Wear Revlon Color Stay for combination or oily skin foundation. So I have this in the color Buff, which is number 150. When I have a little more color, I like to mix it with the number 220, but I'm just so extremely pale right now that we're just gonna go in with this shade today. I just like to do about a pump and a half on the back of my hand. On a daily basis, I'm not like a super heavy foundation or makeup wearer. I just like something like kind of soft and natural, and it doesn't look super heavy and it doesn't wear super heavy on your face. So that's why I love this makeup routine so much, and it's been working so well for me because I have such oily skin, so I need something that's gonna last all day, but that's gonna look really good at the end of the day. We're just gonna go in and I'm just using the Morphe sponge here. Kind of been thinking about going back to a different sponge, maybe revisiting my Real Technique sponge that I used to love and use, just because I feel like these sponges have been a lot more dense lately. I don't know, not as like soft and nice. Like once you break them in, they're nice. Like this one I've been using for a couple weeks. When you like first open these lately, I don't know why, but they just feel like harder. I don't know. I feel like they changed the sponges. So as you can see, it's immediately taking away the redness on my face. Not a ton of redness today. I would say this is probably a medium coverage foundation. You can definitely build it to be more. Just one layer on the skin I would say is probably a high medium coverage. It's like the perfect amount for me. Gotta really press it into the nose pores. You gotta cover those bad boys up. I would say the finish of this foundation is kind of a natural to matte finish. It's not super matte where it feels drying at all. It does dry down nice, so it doesn't feel tacky even if you don't set it. And I have not been super into setting my entire face recently, which I've actually been really enjoying. Now, I don't always use concealer on a daily basis. It just really depends like day to day how my skin's looking if I'm going to use concealer. When I do use concealer, I almost always go in with the Tarte Shape Tape. This is just my favorite concealer. If I feel like I need a little bit of something extra, I'll just do a little bit under the eyes, and then anywhere that I have any kind of imperfections that I want a little bit more coverage. Not a ton. Just enough right where I need it. All right, now we're just gonna go in with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This one, as well as the Too Faced Setting Powder, are just like my favorite setting powders. I think they're really, really good. They double as really good like baking powders, but just to like set everything in place and help it look really good and last throughout the day. And this is just the one that I happen to have setting over here that I've been using the last 2 weeks or so. And then this is the brush that I've been using to set my under eyes, and I really need to wash it, but this is just like the perfect shape for setting under your eyes and just targeting specific areas. This is the Morphe M438. I've not been into setting my entire face lately. I really just do like my under eyes. I'll set that little bit of foundation or concealer just so I don't get a bunch of creasing under the eyes. And then I'll just do anywhere that I get really oily throughout the day. So right around my nose, right in the center of my forehead, and the chin primarily. And then sometimes I'll do a little bit just on the jawline. Open up a new one of these guys today. This one is just about done. You guys, my favorite nail polish brand ever, KL Polish, Kathleen Light's nail polish line is going out of business, and I'm so sad about it because I honestly just discovered them like 6 months ago and I just have not had enough time with them yet. I think pretty much her entire website is discounted right now. So if you want some really good long-lasting nail polishes and you haven't tried KL Polish before, definitely go check her out just because I think she's awesome. The nail polishes are great. Definitely like help support her as, you know, her dream and her vision for her brand is unfortunately coming to an end. I know that it's kind of hit her kind of hard. Definitely not sponsored. I just wanted to let you guys know if you want to try some awesome nail polishes, my favorite nail polish brand is going out of business. All right, now back to the regularly scheduled programming. We're gonna go in with my absolute favorite, the Butter Bronzer by Physicians formula. This stuff is awesome. It smells like you're on vacation on the beach and you're just drinking a pina colada and relaxing. For bronzer recently, I have been loving this brush. I am not sure the exact name of it. I will link it down in the description box for you guys. This comes in a 2-pack and I actually ordered this from Amazon, and I don't think I've even touched the other brush that this comes with, but it was $5 for 2 brushes, and I love this one so much that I would pay $5 just for this one all day long. It's like the perfect bronzer and blush size. I just think it's so good. But this bronzer is just, this is the perfect shade. So I actually use this in the shade Light Bronzer when I'm super fair. Like right now, it is just the best bronzer of all time. I've actually been like testing out the Wet n Wild bronzer a lot lately, so I'm actually going back into this for the first time in a couple days, but it's just like my favorite bronzer, and every time I use it I'm like, why do I ever use anything other than this bronzer? It's just so good. The perfect shade. I can't even describe it. It's not warm, it's not cool, it's just the perfect in-between shade for someone with really fair skin. It's like pretty pigmented, so you don't need like a ton of product. You just kind of lightly dust the skin and warm up the places where you want to look a little bit more sun-kissed, or in my case, sun-kissed at all. I also like to go in with this. This is the Morphe M501. This is just a nice little easy, good size for doing nose contour, and I'm not super into doing nose contour on the daily. I just like to kind of balance my face out, and I think it looks weird if I don't put anything on my nose. Just kind of give a little bit of slim it down. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Okay, I knew the cardigan wasn't gonna last long with these lights in here. It's hot. Okay, now I like to go back to that same brush that we used before for bronzer, and I just use this exact same brush for blush. Yeah, and this is the Essence Satin Touch blush. If you guys have been on my channel for any number of time, I feel like I talk about this in every single video. It's my favorite blush. It's so beautiful on the skin. It just adds like a nice little bit of sheen and a pretty little pinky glow. So this one is in the shade Satin Love, which this is like a really pretty like mauvey kind of pink. Just really good blush. Super affordable, a slight sheen to it, so it just gives a little bit of life to a matte foundation, but not too much of a sheen where it's gonna make you look oily if you have oily skin like I do. Gorgeous blush. And then if you feel like you went a little heavy explaining the blush, you can always just kind of tap back over it with your sponge. Flawless skin. It looks beautiful. Now something that is completely unnecessary, but that I like to do on an occasion, is go in with this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. It's not every single day, but every now and then I will go in with this powder when I just feel like I want a little bit of an extra glow, and I just kind of lightly dip into this and just kind of apply this on to the cheek area. You're not super into highlighting your skin, but you just want to have like a little bit of something to it, you might really enjoy this powder as like a highlighter substitute. I still love highlighter, but this is just gives such a pretty like healthy, very natural glow to the skin. My all-time favorite, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Just the best highlighter, especially if you have really fair skin, although I have seen this on medium to deep skin tones and it looks just as good on them. But for me, with my really fair skin, this is just the most beautiful highlighter. It's gorgeous. It catches the light in the perfect way. It just has such a unique like formula and consistency to it that it looks blinding where you want it to be blinding, subtle if you want it to be subtle. Like, it's just the perfect perfect highlighter. I will be sad if I ever do not have this highlighter in my life. Right above the brows, hit the chin a little bit. Under the brows, pop a little bit right in the inner corner. And then the Cupid's bow to finish. Over the last, I don't know, probably 6 months to a year, I've been really loving this eyebrow pencil from Maybelline. This is the Total Temptation Brow Definer. It's like $7 or $8. I just like to match my natural hair color, so I use a little bit of a cooler tone. This is in the shade medium brown. So I always start by just doing a quick little kind of carving out the underneath of my brows. And then I do a quick little fill in. Comb it through. Then I'll sometimes just go in with this little brush with no product on it and just kind of lightly sharpen the edges. Then I like to go in with my MAC Shape and Shade pencil. And I just like to go into the brows with this guy. This just adds like another layer of dimension. And then this just can also help to like sharpen the edges if you like them to be really clean. And then to finish the brows, I go in with the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel just to set everything in place and keep our eyebrows looking perfect all day long. So I did originally go in and take that foundation onto my eyelids. So we have just a little bit of coverage there. I don't wear a ton of eyeshadow on a daily basis. If I do anything, it'll just be like running a matte shade kind of in my crease. But what I've been really into recently is just taking one of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. This is in the color Hanky Panky. This is a matte shade, and I really just like to kind of go in to this guy and just do him right on the lid. And I just kind of lightly blend it up, and that is just about it. Then if I wanted to, I could go in and run a little bit of a darker shade in the crease, but I just like it really kind of like clean and simple. This is my favorite eye look to wear on a daily basis. Super quick, and I still think it looks really nice, and it looks like you made a little bit of an effort. And then for eyelashes, of course, these are my absolute favorites. These are the Studio Effect Wispies by Ardell. Now, I don't wear lashes every single day, but I would say probably 8 out of 10 days I do wear lashes. I just really like how they kind of complete a look. So even when I'm doing a super simple eye look like this, I still like to put on some lashes. So while the lash glue is drying, we are going to go ahead and apply some mascara. This is the Roller Lash by Benefit, one of my all-time favorite mascaras. If you want a really good, cheaper alternative, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise is another one of my all-time favorites. But I don't want to open a new one of those until I'm done with this one, because I paid $24 for this. I just have a hard time finding mascaras that work for me. And I feel like this and the L'Oreal Lash Paradise are really the only ones that I like. I'm only just now realizing that I have like old eyelash glue from yesterday on my eyelashes still. So that's awesome. You could tell me that these lashes are terrible and that they look awful on me, and I would not believe you. I would keep wearing them. These are the greatest lashes ever. Last thing we have to do is lipstick. Today, since we got on this kind of little mauve-y pinky shirt, I think we're going to do the Gigi Hadid Maybelline lipstick. I don't know if you can still buy this anymore. It might be available on Amazon. I'm going to see if I can find it for you guys. This is just like one of my all-time favorite nude lipsticks. I think it's really good. This is in the color McCall. It's really like comfortable. It's not like super long wearing by any means. It's just like your standard tube lipstick, but I still think that the color is really nice and the formula is really good. Almost gone, and I'm going to be really sad if I can't repurchase another one of these. But this is just one of my go-to shades. Alright, last but not least, when I really want my makeup to look good and last all day long, I always go to the Urban Decay All Nighter. When I want really long wear, this is where it's at. Doesn't our makeup look so good? Alright, so this is the completed makeup look here. I think it looks really good. It's very flattering for me. It's very long wearing. It's very comfortable. I just really enjoy how this looks, how it wears, and that it doesn't take a ton of time. Typically this would take me about 20 to 30 minutes. All right, so that is it for today, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and it was somewhat interesting for you to see me do my everyday makeup routine of what I love, products I love, brushes I love, my everyday go-to makeup. If you have any holy grail, all-time favorite makeup products, let me know down in the comments because I am always interested in hearing favorite products from other people. Currently, this is what is working for me personally, but I'm always open to trying new stuff. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Leave me a comment down below if you guys have any video recommendations for me, any products that you want me to test out or try. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome week, and I will see you in my next video. I cannot even hold all these products in my hand. Is that good?